even if he hadn't won, I would still be James Dean. She realized then, and I left. It's true. I don't think anybody really likes me. We're all too busy minding our own business and staying on our own lanes. Flamingos looking at mirrors and reflections of ourselves.
He's like, everyone has their own shit. We only care about our own shit. That's fair enough.
Gagarin City has lovely shows.
Soviet visitor logs indicate that one civilian voluntarily left Gagarin City with President Dean. Oh, that's a girl, right? As of 1997, the civilian had not returned to the United Soviet systems. Okay. Shit, this is like already over. Fuck. God damn. Okay, we're gonna get. Yeah, we get a little ending credit here. This one was like really fucking weird. I really couldn't follow it with the, oh, it's only a data center and all that kind of stuff. I'm not quite sure about that. We will go into the body double portion. Casanas? Is that? I mean, if it's a girl, it's fine. Just it's good for her. But we just got the one picture. Okay, I shall be right back. Oh shit.
What are some notable coasters that have gone from trash to gold? Let's take.
I kind of want to watch this, so. But oh shit! I didn't even put that up. Sorry. It's pretty loud in my head. I'm now live on YouTube for like a little while. I don't know. I want to set my log off time at like 3 a.m. So maybe I'm here for a couple of hours. I know like a lot of people don't know what we just watched. Actually, this is what I don't know what we just watched. But, the hot ice challenge. People being idiots. That's fine. This fucking Backrooms video that I wanted to watch, but I don't remember who did what. Let's watch this Watch Mojo video. I don't know, maybe YouTube might strike me on this. I kind of want to watch people ruin their careers.
For NBC News, the star anchor's departure is an enormous loss. Lauer has been the face of the network during pivotal news events.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the most infamous times journalists, TV reporters, pundits, and news anchors saw their careers evaporate due to a scandal they were involved in.
Fox News Channel moving on with one less factor on its network. Bill O'Reilly was fired yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking piece of shit, so.
Number 30, Angel
that.
Cardenas. In 2019, Good Day Sacramento visited the Sacramento International Auto Show to show off the car event at the Cal Expo with the help of Cardenas.
This weekend, you can come out and find about 562 cars. Now, I don't know.
563, Angel, 563.
The segment started off pretty normal, but once the reporter admitted he was winging it, it soon went downhill. While showcasing rare vintage motors, Cardenas then lay on the vehicle. But it got worse when he opened the door of another, causing it to smack into a nearby car.
Okay. He said 562. It was 63. That's one off. And he hit a card. Like, this is stupid.
Finally, to finish the segment, he jumped onto the hood of a modern one, causing someone off camera to try to get him off.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that didn't sound good.
I would get off that now.
Yikes. Seemingly, CBS affiliate KMAX TV agreed as the local news channel fired Cardenas. Number
That's dumb. That's
29, Scarlett Fakar. Usually, TV news reporters shouldn't announce their political allegiances as their work could be seen as having bias. Well,
not in this day and age.
Well, in 2016, Scarlett Fakar ignored this completely.
I posted something personal to my private Facebook page regarding the election, saying that I was happy that Donald Trump had won.
Yeah. Fair enough.
While working as a reporter for Fox affiliate KRIV-TV, a company she'd only joined the year before, she released a statement on Facebook the day after Donald Trump's first presidential victory. Fakar was giddy with delight, talking about praying for Trump's win, and then heavily criticized the former President Barack Obama and his administration. She also slipped in some racial bias about crime. Fakar apologized for her words following backlash and was soon fired.
I just feel that they have misconstrued this whole situation and wrongfully terminated.
Number 28, TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. Chemistry between co-hosts on a news show is great. However, when it goes too far, it can become a
Are they like fucking off camera like everybody else?
problem.
You all were talking about that that was your pre-TJ days. So so I got roped in
kind of
to this, and this
was
actually cool. Yeah.
In 2020, Holmes and Robach became the co-hosts of ABC's GMA3, What You Need to Know. Only 2 years later, it all came crashing down. It was discovered that Holmes and Robach had been having an intimate relationship, despite both being married to other people. The
who would have thought? Oh, who would have thought? Oh my God.
Hosts were immediately pulled off the air as ABC investigated. A couple of months later, they were both fired. Holmes and Robach stayed together,
That's
even getting divorced from their
stupid.
former spouses, as they went on to create a
good
podcast
for
together.
them.
You know what we're getting to do now is to talk and deliver news the way we wish we would have when we were on TV.
Good for
Strangely,
them.
in 2024, reports
maybe?
came out that both their exes had started dating each other as well. Number
Maybe it all worked out for everyone? Question mark? I don't know. That is freaking wild.
27, John Warwick. In 2016, US Weekly released an interview with Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, I'm already having so much fun. I kind of bounced right back into the stream of work and cooking again. It's been really fun.
This seemingly innocuous article led to a snowball effect that smashed into the journalistic career of Warwick, who conducted the interview. Once the article titled Chrissy Teigen, We're Hiring a Night Nurse for
who even
Baby
is
was published,
Chrissy
Teigen
Teigen?
criticized it on X, formerly Twitter. She questioned the headline, deeming that it was set up that way to make her look bad.
You just kind of throw things out there and you don't know.
Why is she famous? She's famous for being famous? Oh, she was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model in 2010. I mean, I guess she's pretty cute.
That you don't really think about the impact.
Warwick responded to Teigen on the platform to defend himself and point out that he didn't write the headline. However, the big mistake was when he went to prove it by publishing screenshots of quotes he'd sent to the editor. Due to the breach, Warwick was fired. Number 26, Desiree Fontaine. Usually news reporters report on the news. After all, it's in the title. However, Fontaine decided to make the news for all the wrong reasons instead. In 2010, the morning news traffic reporter and host of Connecticut Style at ABC affiliate station WTNH-TV was at a Sears in Milford, Connecticut. Fontaine was accused of shoplifting $105 worth of items, for which
Why?
she was soon arrested and charged. After pleading
But
not guilty,
why?
the charges against Fontaine were dismissed unless she committed another crime within 13 months due to having completed 25 hours of
Did
community
she?
service. At the
Did
same
she?
time, Fontaine resigned from
bet.
WTNH and announced her plan to
Okay,
do
she did.
volunteer work abroad. Number 25, Colleen Campbell.
I mean,
Instead of a nice
that's
night watching
whatever.
comedians at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Campbell had a much nastier time.
I stood there and laughed, and the rest of the audience like I should.
Dude, there are some freaking crazy people out there that I would absolutely date, but like not be in a relationship with. And that is, I mean, and fair enough, nobody should ever be with me. But these people are wild, man. Just fucking act normal.
Okay? I did not disrupt anybody.
While a
Oh,
reporter
she
for
is
PHL
absolutely
17,
drunk,
she was
by the
asked
way.
to leave the club after drinking
She
heavily.
was
While outside
absolutely
speaking to the
blasted.
police, comedian Will Sylvans recorded the interaction, which got progressively worse for Campbell. She went on an expletive tirade against the
Which, by the way, like, if you're drunk, whatever. But, like, man, if you, like, I get it. And that's why I don't really go out drunk. I just stay in here.
officer, who amazingly took it in his stride. Then Campbell seemingly spat on a club employee, resulting in her
well, don't-
arrest.
don't
As
do
the video
that.
went viral and she publicly apologized, Campbell claimed she received thousands of threats. She was soon fired from PHL 17. Campbell has since retrained as a meteorologist for news channels.
We have
I
a
mean-
lot of reasons.
I guarantee you she didn't retrain as a meteorologist, more as a, what do they call them, weather girl, which is, believe me, she ain't, you don't retrain as a meteorologist. You go to college and get a few degrees, a bachelor's, and probably in physics or something, or astronomy. Like, I could probably go for my meteorology degree. I've always wanted to be a meteorologist, but it kind of comes with the territory a little bit. But yeah.
That's working through the region for my friends down around Fort Myers, Naples. You guys have it first.
Number 24, Jason Blair. In 2003, The New York Times editor
actually
James
really
Roberts
interesting to me.
received a phone call that led to Blair's career collapsing.
And for me, it wasn't the decision to do something horrible. It was the decision just to survive today, which then unraveled and unraveled and snowballed.
I mean,
A senior editor at the San Antonio Express News told him that Blair's article for the Times was very similar to that of theirs by Macarena Hernandez, which had been released over a week before. The floodgates soon opened as an investigation found a massive collection of articles by Blair had either been plagiarized from other sources or contained lies about incidents. The Times wrote a scathing report about the investigation as Blair resigned.
I resigned and I left the building for the last time, and
Dude, just do your own fucking research. But like, it doesn't even matter now. Like, now, plagiarizing would be better than what I have. Like, I and every other fucking professor has to deal with people just using AI. Like, AI is so much worse than plagiarizing. And plagiarizing is awful. Like, absolutely should have been fired. Like, I'm not saying plagiarize, but I'm just saying, like, we are having to deal with a whole new level of this, like, plagiarization kind of thing. And it's really, really bad. And it's very obvious, and I don't know how to deal with it.
I don't even know where I went afterwards.
Dude, just all the time you use to plagiarize like an article, maybe just like go and give a couple calls to some people and like be like, hey, what did you say about this? Not that I'm like a journalist or whatever, but be like, hey, what do you say about this? And then write it down, and then get like 2 or 3 more calls, and then post the thing that you have. Like, it doesn't seem like it's like that big of a deal to me to, like, you're a journalist, you should have, I don't know, contacts or something.
Released a memoir that detailed what happened, a combination of discovery after the investigation concluded that he had bipolar disorder, on top of substance use, led to him fabricating stories. Number 23, Ron Atkinson. After a successful football and managerial career, Atkinson took the step into broadcasting as a pundit for ITV. However, in 2004, any goodwill he had accumulated over his years in the sport evaporated.
Andy Townsend came to see me. He said, I'll tell you what, Ron, I think there's a problem. Something happened. I said, I'm not quite sure. Nobody's quite sure what it is, but this is a bit of a problem.
While covering the Champions League semi-final first leg between Chelsea and Monaco, he believed his microphone was off as he uttered a racial slur about Chelsea's Marcel Desailly. Instead,
maybe don't be racist. That's a pretty big one. I think that's a pretty like big baseline of like maybe we don't be racist.
Atkinson's terrible words were broadcast across several Middle Eastern countries. Due to the outrage, he resigned from ITV and has struggled for mainstream pundit work ever since. Atkinson's reputation has further nosedived since, with underwhelming excuses such as claiming he was only repeating what others had said, and
that's I was only doing what I was told. That's on that level. I was only repeating what. No, maybe let's not do that.
Stating he was fed up with apologizing.
What I do want to do is get rid of this thing once and for all.
I don't think you can, right? I don't think that's a thing you can do at this point.
This racist thing.
Number 22, Hugh Edwards. For decades, Edwards was the de facto face of BBC News as he anchored its flagship programs, earning the respect of many.
It's impossible to exaggerate the importance of Hugh Edwards to the BBC. He was, for many people, the BBC. He wasn't just the main newsreader of the main bulletin.
I just don't know how you I don't understand. Just hear me out. How you fuck up your entire career reading something. And I know all of my experience comes from like Anchorman and Anchorman 2 and shit like that, but like, how do you completely fuck up your experience or your career from reading from a teleprompter and being a broadcaster of the news, like an anchorman, a whatever you want to call it.
He was selected to front the major state occasion.
He was even the person responsible for announcing Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022. However, everything changed in 2023. That year, the Sun newspaper released an article about an unnamed BBC presenter paying a teenager for images.
That's why. Just don't stop being pedophiles, man. Just stop. Just don't do that. God damn, why do people... Why? What is happening?
Within days, Edwards was outed by his wife as the presenter as he got treatment for his mental health. While
Edwards was outed by his wife, and his wife, mind you, knew about this. She did not divorce him. She clearly knew about the situation, outed him. Oh my Jesus.
All fair for medical reasons, and for a BBC investigation, Edwards resigned from his job. However, shortly after, he was charged with exchanging and downloading indecent images of minors.
Child porn. Just say it, child porn.
2024, Edwards pleaded guilty and received a 6-month suspended sentence.
This sentencing sends a clear message that the CPS, we will bring...
I am deeply disturbed and thankful Trump is safe. What does that even fucking mean? What does that even mean?
Offenders to justice.
Number 21, Marina Ovsyannikova. In 2022, after working at Channel 1 Russia since 2003, Ovsyannikova had had enough. While a live segment on the Russian invasion of Ukraine was underway, she walked behind the host with a placard that demanded a stop to the war and that the viewers were being lied to.
That is Russian television producer Marina Ovsyannikova defying Vladimir Putin during the evening news on
fucking good for her, right?
State television with a powerful and courageous
good for her.
Peace.
A pre-recorded video by Ovsyannikova was then uploaded online that further detailed her stand.
I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. Whatever, I wasn't gonna say it, but good for her. Like, no war with your friend. Like, yeah.
After being arrested and getting a minor fine, Ovsyannikova resigned from the channel and continued protesting the governments. This led...
Good for her. She is incredibly cute. Like, even more so for being a protester.
Led to her being under house arrest.
I wanted to demonstrate to the world that not all Russian people believe the same. And I believe that many people, more than half of the people in Russia, are against the war.
However, Ovsyannikova and her daughter escaped to France with aid from the nonprofit group Reporters Without Borders. She was sentenced in absentia in Russia to 8.5 years in jail.
Number 20, AJ Clemente. On the first day of a new job, most people, especially on TV, want to make it memorable. However, AJ Clemente became famous for all the wrong reasons. In 2013, he was the new weekend co-anchor for the NBC affiliate news program KFYR-TV in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News.
Yet seconds into the opening, Clemente mumbled multiple swear words on live TV, leaving co-host Van Tu to pretend that wasn't the worst news debut.
Wait, what did she do? Hold on,
AJ Clemente. Number 20, AJ Clemente. On the first day of a new job, most people, especially on TV, want to make it memorable. However, AJ Clemente became famous for all the wrong reasons. In 2013, he was the new weekend co-anchor for the NBC affiliate news program KFYR-TV in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Good evening, I'm Van Q.
Oh, he said fucking shit. Welcome to being memorable? I don't know. I don't care. Like, I personally don't care. And anyone who is anyone, like, literally doesn't care. Or anyone who has a problem with this is posturing be you deeply religious or not, you are posturing, and you are. This is so stupid.
You may have seen our newest report, AJ, on NBC North Dakota News.
Yet seconds into the opening, Clemente mumbled multiple swear words on live TV, leaving co-host Van 2 to pretend that wasn't the worst news debut ever.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
While Clemente apologized for his outburst, he was still fired by KFYR TV. Instead of marinating in the scandal, the former news anchor quickly returned to his previous job as a bartender in Delaware, as offers to be on reality TV trickled in.
Were you aware that you were on the air?
I had no clue. I had no...
they bleed. Like, he's probably making some pretty dope-ass money as a bartender, but, like, that is a dumb thing to fire him.
Y'all so wrong for that.
That's
Number
a really
19,
funny
Trent
thing they
Evans.
did, though.
At one time, Trent Evans was enjoying life as an award-winning TV reporter for Australia's Channel 7 in Queensland.
I could have been No, I couldn't have, dude. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a fucking astronomer, astrophysicist, planetarium director, professor. I do have, like, if you meet me in real life, I think we'll probably get along pretty well, unless you're like some weird psychopath that just wants to kill me, which it's fine if that's how I go out.
However, in 2016, as the pressures of the job mounted, his mental health deteriorated, causing him to leave his position. Evans spent several years struggling financially and getting help from mental health services. In 2021, he and Rex Willox spent the...
Dude, that was a big-ass fucking champagne bottle.
...help from mental health services.
Oh my god. That is such a big-ass fucking champagne bottle. Oh, in 9 minutes I have to go outside for a little bit and see if I can see some meteors, but the Perseids.
In 2021, he and Rex Willox spent the day drinking several bottles of champagne in Melbourne. Evans then drove Willox's car with the owner in the passenger seat.
Dude, if you're gonna want to get drunk, why are you gonna drink a bunch of bottles of champagne? Just go for the fucking vodka, man. As a person who knows, go for the vodka. I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying if you're going to do it, why the fuck would you do it with champagne? That's the dumbest shit ever.
After driving nearly double the speed limit, the vehicle struck a power pole. While Evans survived, Willox sadly didn't. In 2022, after pleading guilty, Evans was sentenced to 7 years and 10 months in jail. Number 18, James Gordon Meek. As well as working as an advisor to the U.S. House Committee on Homeland Security.
So, I think there are like two types of people, right? I think I'm in the first time where I don't know, man. I'm just a guy. But there are these like other second type of people that are like, I feel that they're like grown up. They have evolved and they've gone through their like Pokemon evolution or whatever. And I believe this is one of them. Hold on 1 second. I will be right back. see what this dude did. But like I was saying, there are some people that are like, it's fucking weird, right? Like, it's like some people have transitioned into like adult people. I don't think I'm one of those people. I really don't. I feel like I'm still like a college kid, high school person, whatever. Like, I haven't done that, and nor do I ever want to do that to become this type of person. And there are people I've met, 60, 70-year-olds, and even like Dr. Grubel, one of my grad school physics professors, he has like a couple of like Purple Hearts in World War II. He was a nuclear engineer. Like, he had long hair. He was I don't know, man. There's just like a mentality to these people that I never want to get into. Anyway,
James Gordon Meek was also an investigative producer for ABC News programs such as 2020 and Nightline, specializing in national security. However, all the respect he had accumulated over the years evaporated in 2022. That year, Meek was arrested by the FBI for possession of indecent child-focused media and exchanging them.
Oh, child porn. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's just not do that. That is the worst kind of fucking person. Like, why are people out there like that? Just date the people that are in your age range. God damn, it's not that
Meek
hard.
quickly vanished from the public life after resigning from ABC, causing a lot of speculation in the media. In 2023, after pleading guilty to the offense, the former...
Oh, well, yeah, well, there you go. Like, just don't, like, what is... Like, why can't people be fucking good people a little bit? Just a little bit. Just be a fucking good person. God, it's not even that hard.
Reporter was sentenced to 6 years in jail. Number 17, Tom Brenneman. When it comes to apologizing, sincerity really matters. Otherwise, you could become a viral meme.
I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I'm going to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck.
Since 1994, Tom Brenneman had worked for Fox Sports, typically covering football and baseball. In 2020, he was commenting on the Cincinnati Reds and Kansas City Royals. During it, Brenneman used a homophobic slur when talking about San Francisco.
Don't do that. Don't. Dude, let people, if they're fucking, like, if they're gay, they're gay. Who cares? If they're trans, they're trans. Who cares? Just let people be who they are. Why do you gotta slur them? God, it's not that fucking difficult.
That went out live.
I made a comment earlier tonight that
you fucked up.
Went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of.
Just before he was pulled from the game, Brenneman attempted to apologize and use his faith as an excuse.
I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself in...
Oh, religion. Religion's your excuse. His faith is his excuse. It's always religion. Fuck religion. Religion's fucking awful.
Think of myself as a man of faith.
However, during it, he suddenly got distracted by calling a Nick Castellanos home run before switching back to his apology. It was bonkers.
To drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
Brenneman was soon fired by Fox. Since the incident, he has worked with Puerto Rico's Roberto Clemente League and Chatterbox Sports.
When you were a younger...
Let's see. Trump. Religious zealots. Israel attacking Palestinian because they don't believe in the same fucking Sky Daddy. Religious zealots. Homophobic bullshit. Religious zealots. Like, everything's fucking religion, and it's awful. It's so fucking awful. But whatever. It's the world we live in.
Guy, it was just a word. I've come to learn the real root of that word.
Number 16.
Yeah, religion. You can treat people as, like, fucking chattel. And you can own people. Yeah, religion. The Bible says it's okay, so let's go with it. Like, fuck religion, dude. It's the fucking stem of, like, everything.
Sabrina Erdely. In 2014, the world of education was rocked by Sabrina Erdely's article for Rolling Stone about student Jackie Coakley's account of a horrible incident at the University of Virginia.
Jackie did go to the school to report her allegations, and the school did absolutely nothing.
Coakley spoke about how she was assaulted in 2012 by a group as part of a fraternity initiation ritual. The article also explored the university's lack of support for her. However, as the media examined the story in more detail, Erdely's article wasn't adding up, and her bias was questioned. A police investigation also found no evidence to support the article's claims. In 2015, Rolling Stone retracted the story.
It was terrible journalism, and it really was done with reckless disregard for the truth.
Regardless, the magazine and Erdely faced several defamation lawsuits. In 2017, Rolling Stone settled one case with the University of Virginia for $1.65 million. Number 15, Dan Rather. Starting in 1962, Dan Rather worked for CBS in various capacities, even anchoring CBS Evening News. Seemingly, he was going to retire at the company. However, that changed in 2004 when Rather hosted a 60 Minutes 2, exploring what were called the Killian Documents. These papers were apparently written in 1973 and contained criticism of President George W. Bush's time at the Texas Air National Guard.
Mr. Bush was suspended from flying on August 1st, 1972. That date matches the one on a memo given to CBS News.
However, after the
This was like a minor kind of thing. Dan Rather is still like super.
The release, their authenticity was questioned, as they appear to have been written with modern typography.
Those who found the story uncomfortable for their partisan political purposes attacked us at what they knew to be the weakest point, which was the document.
After defending the papers, Rather and CBS admitted they were wrong. In 2005, Rather stepped down from his anchor role and was fired the following year. He attempted to sue CBS, only to have the case thrown out.
The darkest period of my professional career. I'd much rather a movie be made about my coverage of civil rights or Watergate or Vietnam War, but life's not like that.
Number 14. Don Lemon. In 2006, Don Lemon joined CNN. By 2014, he was becoming one of the news' most well-known faces as he was showcased across the channel's programming as a host. But then things took
Don Lemon's had a weird career after his...
In 2023, Lemon was heavily criticized for the misogynistic comments he made about Nikki Haley not being in her prime, as she was not in her 20s, 30s, or 40s.
Politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime.
Yikes. Not long after, Variety reported on allegations that Lemon had a history of misogynistic and abusive comments toward female colleagues. As the scandal grew, CNN fired Lemon. In 2024, the former anchor received around
he's been doing the rounds on the right wing.
$24.5 million from his former employers as part of a separation deal. Number 13. Ken Rosato.
All right, Heather, thank you. 541. Still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. New guidelines issued for New York educators.
Having joined New York's WABC-TV in 2003 as a reporter, the Emmy Award-winning Ken Rosato eventually became the channel's anchor for Eyewitness News this morning. Yet, after decades in the business, in 2023, Rosato found himself in hot water. Reportedly, he was heard calling co-host Shirlene Alicant an insult on an open microphone. While the
Why? She's incredible. Like, what was the insult? She's incredibly cute. I'm sure she's pretty smart. If anything, you should have gotten fired for some sort of, you're like, oh yeah, my co-host is incredibly hot or something. Like, I don't know.
The show was off air and the audio wasn't broadcast to the viewing audience. Dude. It was heard by production staff in the studio. There were allegations the comment was offensive.
No matter the racism and the prejudice that I experienced, because I experienced it.
However, Rosado's representatives denied this to be the case. Regardless, WABC TV moved quickly and fired the anchor.
Heather?
Yes.
What do you have for us?
We're not looking
Don't
too good.
even know
Number 12,
why
Charlie
that
Rose.
happened. Okay.
Charlie Rose was noted for his work on both.
We are getting into the big boys now. We are in the pre-teens going down. I know number 10 to 1 is the cream of the crop, which is really fucking weird to say. But
CBS and PBS, hosting a self-titled talk show for the latter. He was one of the most famous interviewers on U.S. television. But in 2017, all of that fell apart.
And when she reported a good deal of this, the executive producer's reaction was to treat her like she was, quote, a dramatic little girl.
The Washington Post released an article with allegations of Rose's sexual misconduct against several women who were his employees or hoping to be.
Most of these women that we talked to were working for him at a very early stage in their careers. So for them, I think that there would be a tremendous risk, to speaking out.
After a brief suspension, Rose was fired by CBS and PBS as he apologized for his behavior. By 2018, 35 women had accused him of harassment, resulting in lawsuits against him. Rose attempted to dismiss one case by claiming the women were exploiting the Me Too movement. In 2022, he began releasing interviews on his own website. Number 11. Tucker Carlson. In 2009, Tucker Carlson found his home with Fox News.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself.
After working with other
he is just awful
channels.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight.
He got his own show with Tucker Carlson Tonight in 2016, soon becoming one of the channel's most watched series. But in 2023, that relationship abruptly ended when Carlson was fired by Fox. Well, no reason was given immediately. Reports soon came out about Carlson's behind-the-scenes attitude.
The truth is, a lot of rank-and-file Fox staffers never liked Tucker Carlson. They viewed him as this other guy off doing his own thing, separate from the rest of the network.
It's alleged he sent several inflammatory messages about Fox higher-ups and used racist language. With that and other incidents, there were liability concerns for the network's lawyers.
It was neither an insurrection nor deadly.
Afterward, Carlson created the Tucker Carlson Network and released controversial interviews there and on X, formerly
Oh yeah, he's doing very well for himself.
Twitter.
So
Number 10, Brian Williams.
Brian, yeah, he said he was like on a helicopter when he wasn't. He got demoted. I don't think he got fired exactly.
I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft.
Brian Williams was a high-profile managing editor and anchor for NBC Nightly News. But in 2015,
he's still there.
took a
He's
big
fine.
hit due to allegations concerning his coverage of the 2003 invasion of Iraq. At first, Williams claimed he had been in a helicopter in Iraq that had to land after another chopper was nearly struck by an RPG.
When the helicopter we were traveling in was forced down after being hit by an RPG. Our traveling NBC News team was rescued, surrounded, and kept alive by an armored mechanized platoon from the U.S. Army 3rd Infantry.
Over the years, his story changed to his aircraft needing to land after being hit. Soldiers who were there at the time contested the newer versions of Williams' story.
Right,
While the anchor eventually apologized for exaggeration, the damage was done, and he was suspended and eventually moved to a lesser position.
After 28 years of Peacock logos on much of what I own, it is my choice now to jump without a net into the great unknown.
No.
People fuck, like, I don't know. Brian Williams is like the least of the fuck-ups that anyone could have.
Number 9, Ivory Hecker.
Before we get to that story, I want to let you, the viewers, know that Fox Corp has been muzzling me to keep certain information from you, the viewers.
It's not often a reporter purposely tanks their career live on TV, but in 2021, that's what Ivory Hecker did on the local news affiliate Fox 26 Houston. On the air, Hecker launched into a rant that Fox had been what she called muzzling her and other reporters about topics she wanted.
Oh shit. What did she do? You're gonna be even cuter
wanted to cover.
From what I'm gathering, I am not the only reporter being subjected to this. I am going to be releasing some recordings about what goes on behind the scenes at Fox.
She stated she would release secret recordings made with the right-wing activist group Project Veritas. These revolved around promoting the disproven hydroxychloroquine as a COVID-19 treatment.
Getting cuter.
After being initially suspended for her on-air outburst, unsurprisingly, Hecker was fired.
I found a nonprofit journalism group called
oh yeah, you're actually doing some journalism, and you interviewed people, and they didn't want you to release the thing that you interviewed them on, but then you did it anyway, and then you got fired. That's a really, really super big journalistic entertainment center.
Project Veritas is going to put that out tomorrow, so tune into them.
Number 8, Aaron Calvin.
Abandoned by the Register. That's what former Des Moines Register reporter Aaron Calvin told BuzzFeed that he feels like after being fired from the paper earlier this week.
It started with a man named Carson King.
Wait, why is there a Zoidberg in the background?
In the background of ESPN's College Game Day coverage, holding a jokey sign with his Venmo stating he needed beer money. After a big response, King started raising money for the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital and finished his campaign with millions in donations. During the fame, reporter Aaron Calvin did a profile on King for the Des Moines Register, in which he mentioned the fundraiser's problematic social media account from years before when he was a teen.
But then it started to fall apart. A reporter at the Des Moines Register found insensitive tweets King wrote 8 years ago when he was 16, reportedly based off a Comedy Central show, Tosh.0. Remember that show?
After making the post in King's apology, Calvin was harassed, had his life threatened, and his own potentially problematic tweets parsed. Eventually, the Des Moines Register fired Calvin.
The latest twist, that reporter had his own old insensitive tweets and now has been fired. Yes.
Number 7, Lydia Cumming.
It's a photo that seems to show ordinary people lending a hand to a flood victim. Or does it?
It's usually not great when a reporter becomes a viral meme. But that's what happened to reporter Lydia Cumming in 2016 as she covered a flood in Puebla, Mexico for TV Azteca. Taken by a photographer at the scene, Cumming was hoisted up in the air by two locals, seemingly to avoid her shoes getting wet.
Lydia
She got fired for that?
Cumming is a 24-year-old reporter who hitched a ride with this couple while reporting on devastating floods in Mexico.
After the image got out, she was photoshopped into all sorts of situations. However, TV Azteca was less than impressed with the social media fame. They fired Cumming for disrespectfully using local residents in a trying time.
Really? Not even a pink slip or a write-up, just a flat-out fucking firing. Maybe be like, can we not, like, do that again?
Doesn't she take off her shoes
I don't
instead?
know.
Another post, you would think that wearing maybe rain boots in a flooded area would be common sense.
In an interview afterward, Cumming claimed the residents wanted to show her their elderly disabled neighbor and offered to carry her, which she briefly agreed to. Number 6.
If that's true, then it's really fucked up that she got fired. Hold on.
Rick Sanchez.
Okay. I don't mind Sanchez at all until today, where he really stepped in it.
After joining CNN in 2004 as a reporter, Rick Sanchez quickly rose up the ranks as a news anchor, even getting his own program with Rick's List. But in 2010, that vanished when he appeared on SiriusXM's radio program, Stand Up with Pete Dominic.
He guys actually worked for Jon Stewart in the past, so he's defending Stewart obviously throughout.
Angered by reports about his show's time slot being replaced, and with Jon Stewart for comedic jabs at him, Sanchez called Stewart a bigot. Sanchez then claimed CNN and other networks discriminated against him and made comments about Stewart's ethnic background and the news business. Very unsurprisingly, Sanchez was soon fired by CNN and later joined Fox.
You were the host of that show on a competing network, by the way, and you kind of introduced me into this whole thing. So,
and look what happened from there.
Number 5, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
After
well,
making
he
his
was a
name
piece
on
of
various
shit, right?
channels, in 1996, Bill O'Reilly joined the brand new Fox News and was handed his own show, The O'Reilly Factor.
You are about to enter the no spin
Fuck
zone.
it, we'll do
He
it
regularly
live, right?
courted controversy, but that didn't stop him from becoming one of the country's biggest political commentators.
It's a good place to work, all right? We do.
He got owned by Jon Stewart. If Jon Stewart runs for president, dude,
Good work. We do honest work there.
But then, in 2017, the New York
If
Times
we're
released an
doing
article
this, like,
detailing sexual misconduct lawsuits issued against
TV
O'Reilly.
personality
You said at
thing.
the time you did absolutely nothing wrong.
Correct.
Do you stand by that?
I do.
It stated that Fox had helped him settle cases issued by 5 women at the cost of $13 million. Quickly, advertisers began dropping the O'Reilly factor.
And he caught up with me and said, no, come back to my suite. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then he became hostile. All his charmingness went away.
After another lawsuit was discovered that was settled
got
for $32
rejected.
million,
Oh, no.
Fox and his talent agencies fired O'Reilly. Since then, he's hosted the show and podcast No Spin News and had a speaking tour with Donald Trump. Number 4, Marley.
Him and Tucker Carlson have done maybe even better than they would have being part of Fox News because they are untethered, and it is fucking wild to me.
Rivera.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you speak English now. You started speaking English. I'm sorry.
As a reporter for ESPN and the Spanish language channel ESPN Deportes, Marley Rivera was one of the biggest names in sports journalism. After all, she was included in the Sports Illustrated article, The 30 Most Influential Hispanics in Sports in 2017. But in 2023, that reputation took a hit. Before a New York Yankees game, freelancer Yvonne Gaetti tried to interview Aaron Judge, but Rivera argued with Gaetti that she had already scheduled an interview with the MLB star. The face-off was recorded, which included Rivera using an expletive while insulting Gaetti.
Excuse me, did you record that, right? Right? I wasn't talking about you.
To make it worse for Rivera, Gaetti is married to the MLB Vice President of Communications, John Blundell. While Rivera apologized, Gaetti reportedly rejected it, and Rivera was soon fired by ESPN.
Rivera would admit she and her fellow reporter have had disagreements in the past.
Number 3, Chris Cuomo.
You know, the biggest media story this weekend. It's the firing of Chris Cuomo from this network, CNN.
Prominent anchor and journalist Chris Cuomo joined CNN in 2013 and eventually got his own program, Cuomo Primetime. And with his brother Andrew Cuomo being the governor of New York, he had some pretty good connections. Well, that was until multiple misconduct allegations came out about the governor.
And a former female colleague has now come forward accusing Chris Cuomo of sexual misconduct. He denies any wrongdoing.
While Cuomo publicly stated he couldn't talk about the story due to his close connection, reportedly behind the scenes, the anchor and licensed attorney advised his brother on dealing with the scandal and used his sources to gather information on the accusers. After being briefly suspended by CNN during an investigation, Cuomo was let go by the network in 2021.
A CNN spokesperson saying overnight, when the new allegation came to us this week, quote, we took them seriously and saw no reason to delay taking immediate action.
It was
Number
canceled.
2, Megyn Kelly.
Chris Cuomo did not ruin his career. He's still around.
It
seemed okay.
As sad.
Well, I was wrong, and I am sorry.
After leaving Fox, Megyn Kelly became one of the highest paid anchors.
You know how she's sorry? She's sorry she got fucking caught. That's how she's sorry.
When she joined NBC in 2017. And one of her main tasks was hosting her own talk show, Megyn Kelly Today. Yet in 2018, one segment in particular caused a massive scandal for Kelly. As a panel discussed the topic of offensive blackface, Kelly stated when she was a child, that was okay as long as people were playing a character. She then defended the actions of Luann de Lesseps, who was criticized when cosplaying as Diana Ross.
People said that was racist. And I don't know, I thought, like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how, like, that got racist on Halloween.
Days later, Kelly's show was canceled. In early 2000.
I actually don't know, like, weirdly enough, if I disagree with that. I think blackface is like a different like think of like Tropic Thunder and stuff. Like, I don't know.
The 19, she was dropped by NBC, but also received the remaining $30 million from her contract.
Parties have resolved their differences, and Megyn Kelly is no longer an employee of NBC.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Matt Lauer.
Lauer was scheduled to host the Rockefeller Center tree lighting. As you guys know, he was not there last night.
After joining NBC in 1992, Matt Lauer would become one of the network's most recognizable and marketable faces. On top of being an anchor for the Today Show, Matt Lauer also hosted the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and the Olympic Games opening ceremonies. Then in 2017, NBC received a detailed report from a female colleague accusing Lauer of harassment that began during the coverage of the 2014 Winter Olympics.
Power trip.
In Russia.
NBC News can report 2 additional women came forward to the network after the news initially broke.
After an investigation by the networks, they fired the host from his hosting and reporting duties. And not long after, further allegations came out about Lauer during his time at NBC.
And we were told some very shocking and disturbing stories, which are a stark contrast to the Matt Lauer that everybody has known for over 20 years.
Which reporter is the most beloved of all time? Walter Cronkite, Ann Curry, Trevor McDonald, or someone else? Let us know below.
I'll be away on assignment, and Dan Rather
I think it's always going to be Walter Cronkite.
will be sitting in here for the next few years.
Okay, I have to go outside to see if there are any meteors, and I will be back tomorrow streaming like usual. So, you know, that's what's gonna happen. Gotta do the astronomy shit, because that's what I dedicated my life to. But yeah, okay, take it easy. I will be back.